Hi, welcome to Dala's Kitchen. This is your host, Chef Abdallah. This is one show whereby you'll see very, very exciting dishes, being made simple, and most of these exciting, simple and tasty dishes, which most of you will be able to see and watch and learn how to make, will be made by not only myself most of the time, but I'll be inviting chefs, both professional and upcoming young chefs. And sometimes I'll even be inviting celebrities, hosts. They call themselves hosts, but I know they're celebrities. And if you're interested and we keep in touch and we keep on watching, you never know, I might invite you to come to this show and I'll teach you something, or I'll teach you how to make some simple, easy and tasty dishes. Okay? We're in an era, unfortunately, of the coronavirus at the moment. It's unfortunate. It's something that's there. We can't do much about it. All we need to do is just to protect ourselves. Most of the time, especially when you are with the elderly and the kids and everything, insists on washing your hands. So the most important thing, first of all, is to wash the hands here. So wash your hands thoroughly. At least 20 seconds, at least. It's not 20 seconds, it's at least 20 seconds, but it's something that's very, very important as we move on with the current situation, but not only with corona, but whenever you handle food. Okay? So what are we going to do now that we've talked about corona, which is very, very important? What are we going to do today or what are we cooking today?
Today's menu: slow cooked chicken breast, lavender reduction, butternut mash, and medley of fresh vegetables.
Kenyans love chicken. Not only Kenyans, Uganda, Tanzanians, the whole region. We are like, I don't know what's with us and chicken. When it comes to chicken and us, it's always chicken, chicken, chicken. Cook. One of these days we'll start flying actually if you don't watch out. So what am I going to do with the chicken? I've got some fresh herbs. In this particular case, I've got my rosemary and lavender. Lavender especially the male might not know what lavender is. They know what everybody knows what rosemary is, but they don't know what lavender is. Lavender actually is something that we also use in soaps. It's got a very, very nice smell, and lavender goes very, very well with chicken, poultry, and any game meat. These are something that goes very, very well. Rosemary, you can even use it with potatoes, you can use it with chicken. It goes almost in everything. And what else do I have today? I've got these nice little vegetables. What are these? Some people, when they see them, these are called Brussels sprouts. Please, when you go to the grocery store, don't ask for baby cabbage. Can I have those little fancy cabbages? No, they are called Brussels sprouts, by the way. For those people who, I'm sure most people will say, I like to have those baby cabbages. They'll start looking for these cabbages. They won't find them. And then I've got two different kinds of onions. So the tiny ones are called shallots, and the bigger ones are red onions. Okay, I've got my cherry tomatoes, cute and everything. Garlic, I love garlic. One thing about garlic is that it's healthy. It works with some of your immune system and so on and so forth. And then I've got my nice jus or reduction of the sauce that I'm going to use. And I've got my nice lavender here also that I'm going to use, most probably to garnish. Wow, I've got butternut also. So I had started cooking the butternut because I want to mash it. It's very, very easy to cook butternut. Just cook it until it becomes very, very soft, and then we'll use it as a mash to supplement. You might ask, where is the starch? Sometimes it's not very, very necessary to have starch in your meals. You can use it when you feel like it, but it's not very, very necessary. I don't know why everybody wants to have starch, especially right now when we're in lockdown. Try to eat a little bit of starch, because the more starch you take, the more weight you put also. So try to stay away from a lot of starch. Try to eat a lot of vegetables, not only because you get a lot of vitamins, but at the same time, let us also support our farmers. You see, vegetable is a perishable product. So when we don't buy it, the farmers suffer. Because at the end of the day, what's going to happen to those vegetables? They'll rotten up and they'll be thrown away. So why don't we support our farmers? Come on, let's do it. From today onwards, we are going to support our farmers. That's the thing. Okay. So right away, I'm going to start with my chicken. So I'm going to roast, pan fry it a little bit here, just to give it a little bit of a nice color. And then after that, what I'll simply do is to throw it in the oven, and as it's in the oven, we'll start playing with the vegetables. I've got my salt and pepper, So salt, a little bit of salt on my chicken. You know, you can buy some of these salts, they come in the mill, so you can buy them in the mill, or you can buy the soft salt. Let's reduce the heat. I can see it's already started to smoke there. So as you see your pan is smoking, try to remove it because you don't want it to be so hot and burn it. It's called burning, not burn, it's burning. So I do that, I add a little bit of that, and then just to give it a nice color, I'm going to throw in a little bit of paprika and cinnamon, mixed of paprika, cinnamon on top of my chicken, just to rub it, you know, and give it that niche. By the way, my chicken has a little bit of bone. I like to keep the shape, but you can do chicken either with bone or boneless. It's up to you. You know, the choice is yours. So again, onto this side, very, very quickly. Cooking, one, is an art, but cooking is also supposed to be very, very simple. You know, when you try to conjure up recipes and meals that are a little bit difficult to make, then you're actually complicating the whole thing. So whenever you're cooking, try to think, first of all, what do you want to do? And then, you see, so now we're searing. Yeah. Okay, so our pan is hot. We are searing that one there. So always think about what do you want to do. You know, first and foremost, that's the most important thing. And then once you've decided what you want to do, let me wash my hands because I've already touched the chicken. So it's very, very important. Whenever you touch chicken, because of salmonella, you always go and wash your hands immediately with soap. Okay? Very, very, very important. Hygiene is a very, very important aspect of cooking. When you are planning on cooking, most of the time, look at that. See, it's already started browning on one side, so you're adding that crispiness. You want the skin to be crispy. For those of you who don't like eating chicken with skin, you can remove the skin. No problem, you're allowed to do that. Try to do something that is easy to make, that is simple and fast and exciting. Don't go into something that is so, you know, something that will confuse you and then suddenly you don't know what to do. Okay? I've got some of these onions. I like my onions, I like them sort of big, so that they are chunky and everything. So I'm going to take some of these onions just to add flavor onto the chicken, and I'm going to throw them in there. Since I'll throw this, 4 is enough. The other ones, you can come and I'll do this some. Same thing with garlic. I love to eat garlic when they are whole. You know, some people don't understand how you can eat garlic when they're whole, but they're very, very tasty, and at the same time, also they bring in, they add flavor to your dish. Okay, just shake it down, shake it, shake it, shake it. Let's see how the other side is. Oh yeah, you see? Oh, okay, there you go. And at the same time, I'm going to add my herbs in there. They're called herbs, not herbs. They're called herbs. Okay, so add your herbs in there, and then again, throw it in there, and wow, you see? Getting a nice color on both sides. The reason why we sear is because we want to lock in the juices in any meat. If you don't sear, the juices will start coming out, and then you'll end up with a very hard, dry piece of meat or chicken or whatever it is. That's one of the reasons why we always sear. So you always try to make sure that the whole chicken is, or your meats, your protein is seared, and also you get that taste of the pan. Okay, all right. So that's ready to go. I can add a little bit, just a little bit of the juice, so that it doesn't end up being dry. So just a little bit, and then the rest of it, we'll baste it later on. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that, okay? And because I'm going to use that later on, what I would also like to do, and I can, just to moisten it, I'm going to add a little bit of water. Just a little bit of water. So that all are, you see? So all those flavors from the chicken, from the roasting pan, from the vegetables. What else can you use if you want to create some nice jus? You know, from this one we are going to make, that's how I create my jus. So what else can you use? If you had carrots, you can use carrots. If you have parsnips, you can use parsnips. You name it. Okay? Ginger, if you want your sauce to have some sort of a gingery flavor, you can do that. But the reason why you put this actually is to moisten your meat so that when you throw it inside, and I had got a special request from somebody who knows himself. That person says, Chef, can you make sure that can you make sure that you don't remove the bone? Nikauliza kwa nini? Akanambia, yeah, because that's how they do it. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so chicken usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes, depending. If it's boneless, it will take less time. If it's got bones, then it takes about 15 minutes to cook.